Personalisation is a way of working with families that places them at the centre of planning and making decisions. To begin with, the local authority will work with you in order to create a personalised care plan. This plan will begin with a set of outcomes developed with a focus on the child or young person's strengths, preferences and aspirations. It is important to understand what an outcome is. An outcome is the difference made to a child or young person as a result of an intervention. An outcome is what the child or young person and their family want, not what somebody else says is best for them. Is not written from a service perspective. Is something we can tell when it has been achieved. Moves towards a more positive future. Most children and young people, including those with special educational needs and disabilities, SEND for short, can get the help that they need within their local community. Their family and friends can help fulfil their social needs. They can attend their local school for their education, and they can visit their GP and NHS hospital for their healthcare. Some children and young people with SEND may need a bit of support to access their local community. This is where a personal budget can come in. A personal budget is an amount of money that the local authority can provide to children and young people with SEND and their families to allow them to meet their outcomes in creative ways and help them achieve the things they want to do. It can allow children, young people and their families to have more control and choice over the services they receive. Not everyone is eligible for a personal budget, but for those families who are, we can help with the application process. Personal budgets can be managed in a number of different ways. Direct payments, where individuals receive the cash to contract to purchase and manage services themselves. An arrangement, whereby the local authority, school or college holds the funds and commissions the support specified in the plan. These are sometimes called notional budgets. Third-party arrangements, where funds, direct payments, are paid to and managed by an individual or organisation on behalf of the child's parent or the young person. A combination of the above. You have a personal budget when you know how much money you can spend and you know what outcomes you are aiming to achieve. It allows the families the choice regarding how the personal budget is managed. Personal budgets can be available from social care, education and health. For children and young people with complex needs, they may receive funding from one, two or all three of these sources. A personal budget for social care is made available if the child or young person is assessed as needing additional support at home and when out and about in the community. This could be support in the home or support in accessing social or family activities. This is Sophie. Sophie finds it hard to communicate with her friends and this makes her frustrated, and sometimes she hits out because of this frustration. Therefore, her chosen outcome is that she is understood by her friends and that they can all play happily together. Sophie and her family meet with the support worker and they agree on potential resources that would be useful for her. A speech and language therapist recommends some special communication software to use on Sophie's tablet. Sophie's parents can join a communication workshop and they can develop a communication passport that Sophie can use. Remember, not all these ideas cost money. Your personal budget is only there to help you with the things that do. A personal budget for education is provided to meet the child or young person's additional learning support needs. It may be used for specialist support or equipment that school cannot provide, or a work-based learning opportunity. It cannot be used to fund a school or college place. This is Philip. Philip has complex needs. The family have decided that they would like the school to manage the personal budget on their behalf. Philip's family have worked with the school to agree the outcomes for Philip. Together they made the decision to pay for a play therapist to support Philip and meet the identified outcomes. A personal budget for health is provided when the child or young person has complex health needs or perhaps a life-limiting condition. they will need a consistently high level of care and support to keep them safe and healthy. It may be used to help with equipment of other health services. Every child receiving NHS continuing healthcare has the right to have a personal health budget. This is Kyle. Kyle has a severe lung disorder which requires him to have specialist breathing equipment. Kyle's parents found it difficult having different support staff turning up in their home, so they had help setting up a personal health budget that they could manage themselves. They decided to manage their personal budget as a direct payment and employed regular PAs to provide consistent care for Kyle. This meant the carers knew him well and Kyle's parents felt confident in the care he received. Sometimes, in order to best support them, a child or young person may receive funding from one, two or all three of these resources. This is Katie. Katie uses her social care personal budget to pay for personal assistance at home. When she goes to college, the same carers are unable to come with her, leaving her feeling confused when other people try to help. Katie then had help to set up an education personal budget, which was then used to pay to have the same personal assistance throughout the whole day. This is an example as to how two types of personal budget can work together to fulfil a need. If you feel that the child or young person that you support will benefit from a personal budget, then please visit the West Sussex Local Offer website at westsussex.local-offer.org. For further information and support, then please get in touch with Reaching Families. Reaching Families is our West Sussex-based charity for parents of children with SEND. We provide information and training on many key areas relevant to parent carers. Visit our website at www.reachingfamilies.org.uk. You can also find out more about our books, available free to parent carers. They both contain a variety of vital information about caring for a child or young person with SEND. Making Sense of It All is for parent carers of children aged up to 14, and Making Sense of Adult Life is for parent carers of young people aged 14